The Monkey Sub is one of the most iconic towers in all of BTD6, and today we're going to attempt to beat Chimps mode using only subs. Let's go ahead and get into it. Here we go, guys. We're going to start our sub-only Chimps run. I'm going to start by throwing a sub down right here in the middle. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and get 2 subs to start. I think we can do this. I chose this map because we've got water right in the middle, and we can kind of just bunch them all together right here and get that sub commander boost. So let's go ahead and drop our second sub right here beside it, and this should be enough to get our early game started. Gonna go ahead and get the longer range. I'm gonna make this one my plutonium reactor so we can get that camo detection and just some more balloon popping power. I'm going to go ahead and get the barb darts as well because we will need these heat tip darts at some point to help pop the lead balloons on round 28 and so on. I'm going to go ahead and get the twin guns on this one right here. This is just going to be one of our probably 4th tier subs, and I'm going to go ahead and get one more sub and put it right here. I believe this is going to be my sub commander because once we get the longer range it should cover all of this water and we should be able to fill it all with other subs. I'm going to go ahead and get our submerging support because we will need it for round 24. I'm also going to attempt to do this run with no hero. I know we have Sawda here, but I'm not going to be using her. I think we'll be able to get this done. The only thing I'm worried about is DDTs, but if we get the preemptive strike we shouldn't have to worry about those. We're going to go ahead and submerge so we can get this first camo balloon. And like I said, I'm going to go ahead and get these heat tip darts so we don't have to worry about leads on round 28. I'm going to go ahead and get twin guns on this one as well just to help with round 27 because there's a lot of balloons here. I'm hoping I can get my plutonium reactor next. And there we go. We've got the plutonium reactor. We'll go ahead and submerge. That's going to be our camo detection for the rest of the game and our lead popping power for a while as well. Next, I'm going to go ahead and start upgrading our sub here. Like I said, I want to make this our sub commander, and then we'll just go ahead and spam a bunch of other subs around it. But we're going to go ahead and get the airburst darts and probably the advanced intel as well. We're going to need the armor piercing darts to make sure we can beat the Moab on round 40. We'll go ahead and get our triple gun. That should help a lot with popping power. And like I said, I'm going to go ahead and get these armor piercing darts next if possible. There we go. Let's go ahead and get that. We'll go ahead and start upgrading this sub as well. I'm going to get it to armor piercing darts as well if possible. We've got the airburst darts there. Go ahead and get the triple guns. We got the first Moab. We shouldn't have a problem taking this down with the armor piercing darts. And yeah, it looks like it's going to be pretty easy. Round 42, we can get our second sub up to armor piercing darts, and I think I'm going to go for at least 1 or 2 more before we start trying to save up for that sub commander. So let's go ahead and get another one. Let's put it right here in range of our other sub. There we go. We'll get the advanced intel, and we'll go ahead and get this one up to armor piercing darts as well. Round 47, we've got another armor piercing darts. And I think this might be enough to save the $27,000 all the way up to the sub commander. I'm not sure if I have to. I'll drop another sub though. Still no problems at all. Round 53. We're about $12,000 away from the sub commander. I think we can push straight to it. I don't think we're going to need another sub. Alright, it looks like we can get our sub commander just in time before round 60 in the BFB, so we shouldn't have any problem taking this down. And as you can see, we've got this range here, and all of our other subs will get that sub commander boost. That's why I wanted to put him right here in the middle. Next, I believe I'm going to put another one up here, and this is going to be our middle path preemptive strike. I know I'm going to need this for the DDTs because if I don't get this, we are not going to be able to beat them at all. And I think I'm going to have to go for another first strike capability as well, if not 2, just because of the bad balloon at the end of the game. Preemptive strike only pops DDTs as they come out, so it will hit the bad balloon, but once the bad balloon pops open, it will not hit the DDTs on the inside. So we're going to need that ability from the first strike capability and the preemptive strike if we're going to beat those DDTs. So here we go. Let's go ahead and get advanced intel, and we'll go up to a ballistic missile. And like I said, I'm just going to try to save all the way up to our preemptive strike because I think the sub commander plus these 2 subs should be able to carry us that far. Still no issues at all through the 60s. We're about $4,000 away from our first strike. I'm not really getting this right now for the ability. I'm just getting it because I know I will need it later in the game for those DDTs, like I said. Round 71, we have enough money for the first strike. Now we need to save up $31,000 for our preemptive strike. If I need to, I'll drop another armor-piercing darts or two, but I think we should be okay. This is going down pretty easily. Round 75, a pretty tough round. Doesn't look like we're going to have too many issues, though. The only problem we have right now is lead balloons, because these 3 subs cannot pop leads, like I said. So we're having to wait for them to get either hit by the ballistic missile or into our plutonium reactor range. Round 76 goes down quite easily. 78 shouldn't be a problem either, even though it's obviously a very tough round. We're doing really well. These subs are very powerful, especially when boosted by the sub commander. I'm just worried that we're going to definitely need probably a few more to beat the later rounds. Round 79 going down no problem. We're going to have our first ZOMG on round 80. I think I might use our first strike ability, but I'm not sure. I'm going to see how well these can take them down to see if we're going to struggle through the 80s or not. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead and use it, and yeah, it just basically wipes it off the map. So we're only about $4,000 away from our preemptive strike, and that's going to speed things up a lot. There we go. We have our preemptive strike, and you can just see as soon as these BFBs and Moabs come in, they're just getting wiped. So we just need more balloon popping power to make sure we can clean up all these ceramics. So I'm going to go ahead and get one more armor-piercing darts if we can. And there we go. And I think I'm going to go ahead and drop one more as well. Can I not fit one right here? Did I mess up? Huh. I could have sworn I'd be able to fit one right there. That might be an issue later, but let's not dwell on it too much. We'll put him up here because we've got the advanced intel anyway. So let's go ahead and get that. We'll go for one more armor-piercing darts. And like I said, I think I'm going to need one more first strike at least, just to be able to beat the DDTs inside of the bad balloon. So we'll go ahead and start working for that as well. Round 87, we have 4 ZOMGs. I'm going to see if we can take down 1 or 2, use the first strike, and just wipe off the rest of them. We're about $7,000 away from our next one, and we'll have 2 abilities to play around with. Alright, it looks like we're cruising through the 80s. We're about to be on round 90, our first DDTs. Like I said, we should have no problem at all because we have the preemptive strike. You can see, as soon as they come in down here, they're just going to get immediately deleted. All of the other DDTs shouldn't be a problem through the rest of the game, except the ones inside the bad balloon. That's all I'm worried about right now. We've got enough for another first strike. That should be enough with 2 abilities to take that down. Next, I'm going to go ahead and... Okay, so we can fit one. There we go. I'm going to get one more armor-piercing darts just to help with the Moab and balloon popping power, because it looks like they're starting to overwhelm just a little bit, and I'm worried about rounds 96 and 98, things like that. So let's get one more. I might also drop just a base sub right here just to help with the advanced intel so they can start attacking down here. And I might go all the way to a submergent support just for extra camo detection if we need it. Round 94, looking a little troublesome, but we're taking it down, it looks like. I am really worried about the DDTs on the inside of the bad, so I think I'm going to try to go for one more first strike if we can get it in time. Round 95, we got a lot of DDTs, and yeah, as soon as they come on the screen, you can see the preemptive strike is just wiping them out. I'm only worried about these fortified and super ceramics. Can we take them down? And we can. Round 96, another very, very beefy round. But you can see this strategy is just so good. You've got the sub commander with a bunch of subs all around it, and it's just going to be very powerful. We've got the 2 abilities, and it looks like we've got enough for a third. So I'm not worried about the bad balloon anymore. We should actually, if we time our ability correctly, just be able to wipe out the bad balloon in one hit without even popping it all the way open and having to face those DDTs. I'm going to use one of these just to knock down the fortified ZOMG. Now we have round 98, the biggest balloon round in the entire game. These fortified Moabs are getting a little farther than I'd like, but we are going to clean them up. I'm going to go ahead and drop one more sub if we can fit it. Can we get the boost? Oh, it doesn't look like I can get the... Oh, okay. We can get the sub commander boost. Let's get one more armor-piercing darts just for some more popping power. Round 98's looking a little tough. We'll use one first strike just to knock down some of the bigger balloons. And yeah, looks like we're going to clean them up no problem, hopefully. Yeah, and there we go. All right, we got round 99, the fortified DDTs. Let's take this one slow. I'm not sure if the preemptive strike can kill all of the fortifieds. but it looks like it can, no problem. So now we have the bad balloon. This is the only thing I'm worried about. We have 3 abilities. We're going to use one to do some big damage, use another one, more damage, and then our last one should be able to clean up this last UMG, and that should be the game. There we go. We beat Chimps mode using only subs, no hero, no other towers. If you enjoyed that video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.